Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Maine Brewing Company. They are out of, I always forget where they are in Maine. Well, I don't see it right away here, so I'm not going to waste any more time on it. Oh, Freeport, Maine, sorry. And this beer is called Thank You 2019. So I did a little bit of research, and I guess, so, it says 2019, so they brew this once a year, I guess. And it's not the same beer every year. The last year it was a pale ale. This one is an IPA. And it is 6.5 ABV. And it doesn't say what hops are in this. I think they usually keep that stuff pretty close to the vest. It just says, Thank You 2019 is an IPA with notes of pineapple, mango, tangerine, and dried apricot, which sounds pretty awesome. And this is... 8 plus 10... Yeah, this is less than 3 weeks old, so this is pretty fresh. It's awesome that we got this down here in Charlotte from Maine in basically 2 weeks. Pretty cool. So crack it open and see what we got. I haven't had a Maine IPA in a couple months, I think. So I'm pretty. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did do a review of the spring IPA. That was really good too. See how this goes. It is pretty awesome to have their stuff in distribution as long as you can. It does tend to sit around sometimes, only because I think some people look at their price point and they think it's a little much, because usually it's like $8 to $9 for a 500 milliliter. I know that it's worth that, but the average person might not think it is. So, but if you get the new ones that come out, it's fresh. That's what they have very, very clear bottle dating, so there's no reason ever to make a mistake and buy one that's not fresh. But so that's interesting. This is not hazy. Like, you can see my thumb moving on the back side of it. But it is a little cloudy, which usually their stuff is all like super, super clean. So that's kind of interesting. It's a really nice, like, dark golden color. I know I say that descriptor for so many IPAs, but they are kind of around that same hue. This one really is like truly like golden color, with about a finger's worth of really nice fluffy white head. Oh man, they were not lying about that pineapple. That is fresh. Fresh pineapple. I'm definitely getting like the peach mango character too. Or, sorry, not mango, apricot. Oh man, this smells so good. This honestly is one of the best aromas I've gotten from an IPA in a good while. And it just smells like it's going to be super clean too. I'm really excited to drink this. These guys they're amazing. The thing that I love about their hoppy beers is it's obvious that they really know what hop combinations work to make a really complex hop profile. But the thing that makes their IPA so good is you can tell that a lot of thought went into like the malt bill too. Because the hops are so fresh in this, but they're not juicy either. They just play like such a balanced role with the malt, and you taste the malt, but it's not like malty, like caramely at all. In the bready, it's just kind of like bready, and it's so in sync with the hop profile. Like it's just amazing that neither one, the hop or the malt, dominates. And you would assume, like in an IPA, that the hops would dominate, but that doesn't always have to be the case. If you're really able to, you know, work the hops in a way where you get a lot of the subtleties, but it doesn't overshadow the malt bill, you can really get a lot of the character from both, and it still tastes like a great IPA, and that's really the case here. Man, it's just like walking through a forest of tangerines and apricots. That's insane. But then the bitterness is almost non-existent, but it's not sweet either. It's like really dry, but not bitter, but not super juicy either. Like, this honestly is one of the most balanced hoppy beers that I've ever had in my life. It's really reminding me of kind of like a baby version of Dinner. Because I think Dinner's that same way too, even though it's a double IPA, it's like incredibly balanced between the malt and the hops, and the alcohol is like non-existent. And that's the same case with this. And just the body and the water profile in this are ridiculous. It's so soft. There's nothing. You know, usually when I drink any beer, there's certain things that stick out in it that, like, you know, really stand out on your tongue, whether it's carbonation, bitterness, sweetness, whatever. You don't get any of that with this. Like, everything is so well done and intertwined with each other. It's like you drink it, and then it's gone like that. But then, like, a minute later, you burp, and then it's just like you're burping peach juice. I don't like to be hyperbolic with stuff, but this beer is absolutely insane how good this is. I've often said that they're one of the most underrated breweries in the country, and this is another example. Like, I'm sure no one's going to go after this, but I'm going. It's tough because, like, I don't want to buy a ton of it because I have to be able to drink it, you know, while it's still good. But I'm probably going to get like one or two more bottles of it to enjoy it while it's still fresh. Man. And it even has like a little bit of like a dank resinous character in the aroma too. It's just like every different scope, other than, like, it's not super floral, but like every scope of the hop spectrum is in this beer, and that's why I love their IPAs, because they really know how to pull from a bunch of different flavors of hops. That's incredible. Just like I said, the balance between the hops and the malt bill and the water profile is insane. Just so soft. I'm not kidding. This might be the best hoppy beer that I've ever had. It's not the most hoppy, not the most bitter, not the most juicy, but it's just as far as balance and, you know, quality and refinement. I can't think of one I've had that was better than this. I mean, this is up there with Headhunter for me as far as just like an amazing classic IPA. So I honestly don't know what else I can say about this. I'm going to keep rambling on about how good it is, but that's kind of pointless. You know, I've said all I can say. Obviously, I would buy this again. This is definitely a buy for me. I'm going to try to get people locally to buy this out because they deserve it, and this beer is absolutely amazing. But, you know, people who love haze probably aren't going to go after this, so it is what it is. But I'll certainly buy a couple more bottles. So. But I think that's all I got on this one. I'm going to sit here and crush the rest of this bottle probably in the next 5 minutes because it's that good. And I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.